name is Mandy, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading that's going to be about what do you most urgently need to know at this time regarding your connection. What is that you really need to know? What is it that's going to help you to propel you forward in your relationship, or regarding this relationship, what do you really need to know? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a second to take a deep breath. Right until you're ready to, you feel your body calming down and relaxing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pick a card that's based upon what your intuition is telling you. Don't think about it, just point wherever energy flows towards. So we'll start from left to right. This is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. Please pause the video if you need to. Remember, this is only for entertainment purposes, and if it doesn't resonate with you, then go ahead and try to pick another deck, or this video may not have the messages that you may need at this time. Perhaps another one will. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the readings. Alright, deck number 1. So off the bat, what I got from the feeling of these cards, is the first number that came out was number 3. I don't know if 3 is significant regarding this connection. We'll start over here. So we have these 3 cards to talk about the gist of what you most urgently need to know about this relationship, where it's headed, what's going on. But first and foremost, this connection, definitely the number 3 is related. You definitely have a past life connection. Perhaps you also have a past life connection, not just spiritually, but also maybe from childhood. Perhaps you guys had dated in a past life. I feel like maybe in a past life there was also like a parent-child relationship in a whole different life. Perhaps this person was a child, you were the child, or it was like a parent-child relationship in the past, where this relationship required it basically, I feel like there was a test, perhaps in your past life, and perhaps in the fact that you've had met each other actually since you've known each other since youth. But in this particular past life, there were lessons that were learned in terms of perhaps there was like a give and take to one another. You had to learn to balance that give and take. Or maybe you both were very give and take to one another, and the other felt it was owed to them to show that they can give the same in return. Maybe that type of energy. There's also this energy here of indecision. Perhaps there was something maybe in the past life, or maybe when you guys were younger, there was actually a between you and this person. Maybe you and this person couldn't necessarily be together for whatever reason. Perhaps you needed a new chance, a new opportunity to entertain that idea. There's but definitely you guys have a very soul connected bond. It's like you guys know each other, it's like you guys known each other for a very long time. You definitely have that past life connection here. There's this like I said, there's this desire to give to one another, and balancing those scales. Over here, there's boundaries. This relationship's definitely making you realize what it is that you want for yourself. This relationship, this individual is making you realize what it is that you want and how to demand those things for yourself. This Queen of Swords energy is clarifying this boundaries card. Like, what is it that you want? What are your boundaries? What is it that you want to build? What is that focus? Because you definitely, look at the Queen of Swords looking at this 10 of Pentacles here. This 10 of Pentacles is talking about the family life, success, family, stability, foundation, financial stability. Like, these are the things that this Queen of Swords wants. And so this relationship is definitely making you realize what it is that, this relationship, this relationship is making you realize what it is that you want from this life. Because we also have here this Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of ideas this relationship gives, a lot of things like skill development, what skills you want to do. There's a lot of collaboration or desire to collaborate with one another, wanting to build. There's this Two of Cups here that talks about partnership. Like this relationship definitely is giving ideas as towards what will fill that cup for, fulfill them emotionally and personally. There's a lot of like mirroring energy as well. Like this relationship is definitely mirroring each, showing each other, what it is that each other wants. Balance, attraction, start of a new relationship, proposal, marriage. Perhaps maybe you guys are in a phase of renewal, like the relationship is renewed. Maybe perhaps you already have been, together, and maybe there's a shift that has happened. So it's kind of like things are being brought to clarity, like things are being brought to an understanding, is what I'm feeling here. This indecision here, I don't feel like it's in the upright. I feel it's in the reversed. I feel like this relationship is bringing clarity from a spiritual aspect. I feel like you guys are enlightening each other in a spiritual way. I definitely feel like there's a spiritual connection between you, like I said in the very beginning. And I said I was getting past life, relationship. I feel like you guys have lived lives together, have, given each other that learning, like you both have made this contract. This is what I'm feeling spiritually. You both have made like a contract to learn from each other in these lives. Like there's something about each other's soul that resonates on such a level that you want that give and take. That's why I also feel it's like a twin flame energy. It's just you both are learning from each other in terms of a give and a take. I feel like a push and a pull. So you in this relationship definitely have that vibe going on. Magnetic connection. So it says there is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. Like I said, push and pull, magnetic connection. Like it makes you, I feel like this connection has made you see so many aspects of yourself, because I'm seeing like this Knight of Swords. It's like you want to commit to this person so much, you want to achieve so much with this person. It's like there's also like, because of what's been happening and the commitment with this person, maybe you're trying to defend some ideals with this person so that others don't, they don't get the wrong idea. Perhaps you guys had ended or whatever that may be, and perhaps it's you guys are still trying to make it work, so you're trying to defend your connection. There's a lot of like fighting against others, like making sure you're defending this person in this stance. This relationship has definitely shown you about responsibility. It's like you want, I feel like there's a push and pull, like I said. It's like this freedom that you want, but then you want this, you know you want these good burdens on you as well. Because let's see here what it says in the reverse. Disagreement, delegation, release. Yeah, there's like the release, and then there's also the understanding of responsibility that's being learned through this connection as well. The Justice card talks about balance, equality, cause and effect law. Like I said, I feel like to me this is spiritual laws. The spiritual laws, like this relationship is basically making you realize that there's a balance to life. There's the pros, there's the cons, but there's the middle. There's just I feel like a broader sense of understanding in terms of life itself and commitments through partnerships, and the difference of views and opinions are being balanced out here through this relationship. I feel like there's a lot that's being balanced out and understood, especially regarding self-care. There's also about how to, I just feel like a lot of like desire to follow the heart. Like this relationship is a push and pull, but there's a strong desire to connect with this person, to connect with each other, to really fall in love with each other over again. There's also the desire to, while doing that, to make sure you're taking care of yourself. And this relationship is definitely making you want to take care of yourself, want to love yourself again. It's showing you what it's like to, you know, be spiritually, financially, emotionally, in sync. This relationship is definitely making you learn a whole lot about yourself, life itself, spirit itself, and what partnership is really about, and how to make sure you don't neglect yourself. Here we have some advice cards, and at the top of the deck we have the King of Wands. So that's telling me that there is definitely King of Wand energy here. The King of Wands is someone who, you know, knows what they want and goes after what they want. Always searching, always trying to create. So there's a lot of fire energy that corresponds with this relationship here. Here we have advice cards. Mirror. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside. Once I'm open to this change, my exterior reality will begin to mirror those shifts. So yeah, like I said, this relationship is making you learn what your boundaries are, how and mirroring what exactly you want and how to attain such things, how to really bring balance into your life and how you view things so that you can get what you most want and what you most desire. This relationship is definitely mirroring a lot of things for you. Recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I'm ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. This relationship is definitely making you look at how you are taking care of yourself, like I had said. Are you giving yourself those down times to where you can recharge in your batteries and reconnect with earth, reconnect with your spiritual side? This relationship, like I said, is a divine one. It's definitely making you realize the depth and the scope of life itself and how you take care of yourself during this life. This relationship is very, very important to your growth into the rest of your life, honestly. Water my dreams. All I desire is on its way to me, but like a seed, my dreams too must be watered. My belief and determination is what makes them grow. I will be patient throughout this journey. It is all unfolding at the perfect time. So, yes, this partner, you both are definitely wanting to water your dreams together. You both are definitely having ideas and planting them and wanting to grow them. You both are definitely having this energy of fulfillment of proposal. Maybe you guys want to grow or continue to grow your family, but you both have this desire to really plant seeds and watch them grow. Like I said, you definitely have a past life. This is so crazy because it feels like you guys have, like, even this card came out. I shuffled them, they all popped out on their own, but this card came out which talks about past life. It talks about childhood. It talks about the before, like a remembrance of someone, of a relationship that happened before. This, and before in that past life, you know, like I said, there was a lot of giving and a lot of taking. But in fairness, it was like there was so much love. There was like a mother and a child, or a father and a child. And there was just like, I feel like there was maybe a time or a decision that had to be made where some sort of new opportunity had to be made. It came out of pure love, I feel. It sounds bizarre, but I just feel like that's really what the timeline was. It's kind of like a timeline here, where a decision had to be made, and any decision that was made had to come from a place of love in order to really bring out the best, or bring something that is for the best of that person. As we have this Ace of Pentacles here, in order to manifest something, there has to, especially with someone you first with or for someone you love, there has to be this sort of love sacrifice. I feel like something had to be sacrificed or given up in order to reach this new opportunity. And perhaps that's reflecting in your current relationship now. Perhaps you're going to have to give up something that, you know, maybe it's something you thought you truly needed. Maybe it's something you thought that you may or may not need. But if it's for the better for you and for your future, if you have to give that up just so that you can have this new opportunity of a grand, life, of a good life, of a peaceful life. Sometimes that's required. Sometimes we have to do that for the things we love, for the things we find most valuable in this life. There's nothing wrong with sacrificing something uh, for something even greater than, something even better. So maybe this relationship's requiring you to do that, to sacrifice something for the betterment of the whole, for yourself. Food. What I eat fuels me. I eat the best foods accessible to me. I infuse my food with love and gratitude before eating, visualizing the nutrients I am consuming and the love that went into growing and preparing this food. Perhaps this relationship is also making you learn how to take better care of yourself. Like I said, it's making you learn how to feed yourself better, how to feed your family better, how to talk to yourself better in terms of food itself. Speaking to your food, inviting it to provide nutrients to your body, and recognizing the energy within food itself, because everything is energy. This relationship is energy, and everything flows. You know what I mean? So this relationship, the number three, spiritual number 333, I feel is very important. If you want to look up that number and the meaning behind the number 333 or three. Again, I believe it's like the Holy Trinity. It's a divine number. This relationship, like I said, is a divine relationship. It's meant to happen. Whatever you feel you need to sacrifice within this relationship, be it what you feel, if it's fear of something or some idea you have to sacrifice just so you can be with this person. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. You can always stand true on yourself, but if it's something that truly fulfills you, if it's something that you feel will take you the distance, and it's something that fuels your heart and your soul, especially your soul, then definitely follow suit with this relationship. So you will never go wrong with following suit with your heart. You will never go wrong with following your heart. Ever. Ever. I just had to really say that. You can never go wrong with following your heart. Whatever is best for you, whatever is best for, the longevity of your joy and your happiness. That is the choice that you make. So I hope this resonated with someone. If it did resonate, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. If you like this reading, I'll continue to post more. And thank you for stopping by on my channel. As always, peace and love to you. Bye-bye. All right, deck number 2. A lot of cards came out. So first and foremost, the feeling that I get here is that this could pertain to someone who's in a relationship with this person, but also may not be in a relationship with this person. But there's something that definitely needs to be understood in regards to this relationship. First and foremost, I feel like if you are in a relationship, I feel like there is definitely the chance or the opportunity for this relationship to get to that next level. But there has to be a sense of moving away from the things that hold you back from truly connecting with this person. I feel like there's honest communication needs to be had, which we have over here. And we also have actions speak louder than words, which means that, maybe this person, is someone who isn't that great with words, but is showing to you their love through their actions or in ways that you're not typically used to, which is going to require you to look at things from a different vantage point. I feel like there's the opportunity of things to change, for things to shift once those conversations are beginning to be had. I feel like you also need to be honest about the fact that you have fears surrounding abandonment and whether or not you're worthy enough of love. I feel like there's that aspect as well. This person, yeah, this person may be someone that you had been with. Maybe this person is still continuing to be with you, but they have this Queen of Swords energy, definitely. But, or maybe it's you. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine, but whomever this entity is needs to be more decisive or more understanding of where they are and look at things from a factual basis, so that you can look at things in a way that's will bring gratitude and understanding. Perhaps there was, I think maybe there are issues that were arising in your relationship or currently arising. They're surrounding from your place of fear of abandonment and not feeling enough. So sorry if you hear music in the background. But you are enough, which is a card here that talks about the person you're meant to be with will love you the way you are. You don't need to change. So maybe, like, yeah, maybe there are things, maybe you're just telling yourself I feel like there's a lot of negative self-talk in terms of this relationship, and not truly being able to vocalize those fears when they arise, when things start to happen. This relationship may have, gone to the next level, or it's about to, but when it's about to, I feel like it will hit that mark when you're able to recognize within yourself that you have these fears and that you are needing to communicate them a little bit more, or they need to do that towards you. Just communication in general needs to be worked on. The thing that needs to be understood is that things happen in divine timing. So we have things like there's the balance, there's the death card, and then there's the 10 of swords here. So perhaps, this relationship had gone through an ending. Perhaps it did end. Maybe this relationship did end in the past. Maybe there were things you had to learn in order to do so. Let's see, divine timing, balancing. Yeah, maybe this relationship definitely it felt like you were juggling a lot in order to balance this relationship with everything that you have going on, but this relationship definitely, may have made you feel like, is making you realize that things happen for a reason. You also need to start tapping into your intuition, your divine feminine, trusting yourself when it comes to making decisions. I feel like there's, let's see here. Engagement, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. For some, you may have, actually decided to get engaged to this individual. Perhaps you were. Or maybe you want to. Maybe you do want to build a relationship with this, or get to take things to the next level. But in order to do that, there has to be something that you walk away from. You have to walk away from your fears. You have to turn more towards yourself. Actions speak louder than words. This is also another thing that's calling to me. If you want to know what someone's feeling, watch what they are doing. Yeah. I think if you actually take a look at what they're doing, compare their actions to what they're not speaking about, you'll be able to understand things from a different vantage point. It will provide you some clarity. Don't think too much about what they're not doing, Be grateful for what you do have. But for those that are, this is for both, if you're in a relationship or not, you need to recognize that, again, you are enough. That's like the most important thing. When you get overwhelmed about anything, when you feel like, maybe you need to do more, maybe you're not doing enough, maybe you're, it's just you're having difficulty balancing loving this individual, then perhaps, you need to just take a step back and really recognize what you can contribute. Okay, what you can contribute is this. You see this. This is the divine feminine. You need to be more kinder to yourself. You know, recognize that you have that ability to evolve and change. You know, and there's nothing that, you know, even if you feel like you're failing in something, you always have the ability to change. And whomever loves you is going to love you for who you are, you know, and is going to continue to love you through what you need to work through. So don't think that you're not enough just because you're not somewhere. You know, you're going to get there as long as you continue to put in that work, you know. Someone will love you for who you are and will always want you to be better. Will always want you to work on becoming the best version of yourself. Yeah. So maybe if there's just this relationship is just making you realize that, you know, it's time for a change. You know, things have happened, but with this relationship in particular fashion, and maybe you need to recognize that, you know, that it's time for you to change. You can't dwell in pain. I'm feeling like there's a dwelling in pain a little bit, perhaps about what happened in the past, perhaps past pain is something that I'm also feeling here. You need to work on resolving that for yourself. And look at things from when you feel yourself getting emotional about something, you need to recognize and ask yourself, okay, I'm feeling very emotional right now. Where is it coming from? And how can I work with this? What do I do after? Like, I'll let the feeling flow, I let the feeling go. But then after that, once you begin to recognize that, now how can I make a better decision after that? What can I do better next? So that I don't continue to be in this cycle of doubt, fear. Up here we have advice cards from Spirit. So we have self-appreciation. I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Like I just said, there's a lot of negative self-talk, and now it's time to start saying positive things about yourself, things that you actually do find that you love to do, that you like. Perhaps it's the depth of love that you feel, how you continue to show up for others, how you continue to, you know, show up for yourself in the smallest ways, even if it seems like you keep hitting a wall. New adventures. Today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. So I believe that this relationship, if you are already in one, is making you sit down with yourself. And the moment that you sit down with yourself and you be honest with your partner about the things that are holding you back, that's going to propel the relationship. And you'll be able to then start to, and you continue to follow that self-care regimen of incorporating, you know, positive self-talk, finding new adventures. That's going to definitely, finding things that you're grateful for, which connects to that self-appreciation. That's going to definitely shift and move the relationship to the next level. And vice versa for those who are not in a relationship. This relationship was meant to make you see what you need to do to take better care of yourself. How are you going to transition yourself out from the pain that you continue to live in and reminisce? Are you going to continue to reminisce what you had, or are you going to continue to move forward and acknowledge how great and beautiful of a person you are, and that the things that you deserve will happen in divine timing? I feel like maybe you're in a position that you're very busy. Maybe for some you're very busy and you're worried about juggling things and you don't have the time. Or maybe, you know, it's just, how do you even figure out getting with someone when you still don't even know how to take care of you? So these are just questions that I feel like you may be having. There's a couple, like I said, people are in different situations, but they're all learning, you know, the same lessons, the core lessons, to come back to themselves and to really recognize those negative self-talk patterns and try to react and choose differently so that you can become a lot more aware of how you're talking to yourself and talking to others in the moments when you're down. doing our best. We're all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay, no matter the outcome. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. Like I said, learn as you go along. You're learning as you go along, because the moment you start to stop and reflect and recognize when you're reacting in a negative way, you're reacting out of fear. Because you recognize that moment, now you can make a decision based off of that recognition, right? Now you can choose and do better. We're all trying to do better. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to have it all in the bag. Not everyone's going to be able to, you know, be on their P's and Q's all the time. But as long as we're trying to put our best foot forward, we're good. So this relationship has definitely shown you, you know, that what it is that you need to provide to yourself. So you know what you need to do for you. This relationship is definitely telling you to start loving yourself a bit more and start recognizing when you are having an impact on others because of your fears. Breathe. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I'm feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. So this is telling me that maybe for some of you, you've been having a lot of anxiousness, perhaps about whether or not this person loves you, whether or not this person, you know, wants to be with you. Perhaps you're having a lot of anxiousness about being the best you can be for this individual, whomever it is. Or maybe you won't be, or you're worried that you might not be enough for anyone else who comes along your path. Spirit is saying in those moments to breathe. Deep breath in, white light in, release all that gray dark matter. Just picture like gray smoke coming out your mouth, you know, like you're releasing all that negativity, all that hate talk. You know, this relationship definitely is putting you on the path towards this Queen of Swords, where you need to start structuring better habits for yourself, better ways to talk to yourself, cutting through that bullshit that's not true. It's not facts. It's just mere negative self-talk. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, which means balance. To me, it also means patience, harmony, moderation, purpose, finding meaning, being sensible. So this card, like I said, to me, this is just telling me to have patience with yourself, patience with the process of trying to become the best version of yourself in a way that you like, you know. This relationship is definitely pointing you in that direction towards patience and recognizing that you have to implement better tools for your self-development, for your betterness, so that you can have a relationship that's healthy. In order to have a healthy relationship, you have to have a healthy you. So there's nothing to be upset about or nothing to beat yourself down on. It's just find a way to have a healthier you, and then you can have a healthy relationship. That is what Spirit really wants you to know, and what this relationship is ultimately trying to teach you. All right, so that's all I really have. If this resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you liked this message, if it helped uplift you in any way. As always, I'm very grateful to have you here. Peace and love. Bye-bye. Okay, deck number 3. So, off the bat, I don't feel like this relationship or this individual that you are thinking of, you are together. I don't feel like that's the sense. I feel like you are definitely not with this individual, maybe just not with anyone. But I feel like this relationship, or maybe your past relationships, have definitely set you on this course of solitude and being alone for some time. So what's crazy here, first of all, this third party situation is clarified by 3. So definitely maybe this relationship ended because of a third party. It's definitely this relationship or this individual there was a lot of conflicts with this individual regarding just how slow paced they were moving, and how maybe perhaps this individual just wasn't moving at the pace that you wanted, and how they were trying to take responsibility for any of their actions was just not what you wanted. So spirit really wants you to know, especially regarding this, the nature of this relationship, is just making you recognize that you need to be more like this King of Swords over here, and this King of Cups. I feel like there's an imbalance in between how you are perceiving relationships, and trusting individuals in general. I feel like there has to be a balance, in terms of how you are, going forward with any sort of relationship or any sort of idea. I'm trying to think of how I can better explain it, but distance, this card is definitely saying this relationship is in distance. Leave your fears behind. This is telling me they are stopping this relationship from blossoming. So perhaps this relationship, maybe you were having fears of maybe just how they were navigating. Maybe there was, a third person, and you just weren't able to trust them because of whatever this third person situation had dealt. Maybe just how they were moving, you just didn't like and caused fears. So things had ended. But I feel like this is something that affects all your relationships in terms of, I feel like there's a lot of anxiousness. I feel like there's anxiousness about, releasing out those emotions and having that, being reciprocated back. There's also, this card here, leave your fears behind. I think you also have fears about, and release. I feel like maybe you have fears regarding stress of a relationship. Maybe you just don't want that stress. That's something that also is weighing on you. You just don't want to deal with the possibility of having those type of burdens. So that's why you're possibly just coasting right now. Balance here, we have this King of Cups that talks about emotional stability. This King of Cups is a good leader. He's compassionate. He's balanced. He's considerate, supportive, and generous. I'm telling you, these cards fly out on their own. I don't do anything about it. Spirit never fails. Like, they clarified each of these. They flew out all on their own, okay? 3, 3, 3, you know what I mean? So that's what's kind of crazy to me. So, balance. Also, I feel like there's a lot of, wishful thinking. I feel like you have very sporadic ways of looking at things. Especially in terms of what you want to manifest. I feel like you need to put more focus on what you want to manifest, and leave it at that and stop jumping around. Because I feel like there is no clear focus in terms of what you want to manifest in a relationship. There's too much fear surrounding manifesting a relationship. I think they're thinking too much into it. I feel like there's a lot of overthinking energy here. Here we have, redirect your thoughts. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not on what you fear will happen. Didn't I just say that? We were just talking about redirecting your thoughts, focusing on what you want. In terms of what you want to accomplish. What do you want out of a relationship, right? What do you want out of a relationship? Integration, travel, arriving, success. Do you want a relationship that's, like, what type of relationship do you want? Do you want a fluid relationship? Do you want a relationship that's just, you and an individual? Like, what is it that you want? Because this card came out in the reverse. There's disorganization, lack of long-term vision. Like, you want to work towards developing a relationship with someone, but there's no vision on what kind of person you want to attract. So Spirit is saying you need to, for manifestation will bring you your results. Manifestation with clear focus will bring you results. Manifestation is where it's an act. It's a way of envisioning something and then putting your focus and your belief in knowing that it's going to come true. That's when you will have it manifest. That's when it will happen. Express your love, victory. It is important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. Yes, whenever you express your feelings to whomever, I mean, if you're just telling them you care about them, there's nothing to lose about that. You will always be victorious in that. You always have clarity. I feel like the moment that you look at this from a place of, this is who I am and this is what I want, because this Queen of Wands energy is very adamant and she knows what she wants. She's confident. She has the courage to go after what she wants. When you have that focus and that clear focus on whomever it is you want to, move forward with, you got to know what you want, okay? Maybe this relationship, this past one, made you realize like you didn't really have true focus. You were just probably doing it just to do it, right? But it's making you realize like this isn't what you want. Maybe this relationship wasn't what you want because of how this person was moving, like I said in the beginning. So maybe it's time for you to really narrow down and focus on what you want. Perhaps maybe you can't focus on what you want because you don't want the stress of it, and that's fine. But don't beat yourself up that saying that you don't have what you want, because you don't have a clear focus. So don't blame anyone else but yourself for not having clear focus on what it is you want to attract. That's manifestation. You attract what you put out. This express your love card here, you need to have more clarity and courage and understanding of who you are and what you want so that you can get that type of relationship that you want. We have here play. I'm completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So again, don't take things so seriously. I feel like there's a lot of overthinking energy regarding relationships. Don't take it seriously. Look at it as play. As long as you have something that's on your mind, on your focus, if you're focused towards what it is that you want, if you're focused on and you know it's going to come to you, just enjoy having fun with others. Enjoy the journey, okay? Release. Today I release limiting beliefs, harmful thoughts, toxic patterns, and anything out of alignment. I'm ready for transformation and welcome this shift. I'm creating space for a new chapter filled with love, abundance, and amazing opportunities. Like I just said, release those self-limiting behaviors so that you can open yourself up to possibilities. Because you can't, if you're closed off, you won't be able to receive. Perhaps you'll be able to receive once you decide to give clear focus and you release the control that you're trying to have over trying to find something. Because there's all this control. You're trying to control this, how relationships unfold. They will unfold naturally. You just have to be willing to be open to possibilities of whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. Don't be so hard on yourself. Inspiration board. If I'm ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. Like I just said, manifestation. This is a form of manifestation. This is an act of manifestation. When you decide to find a way to help you manifest, which is not just by envisioning it, but you're actually putting it on an inspiration board, you're able to definitely narrow down your focus for the universe to give to you. You have to open up your mind. Creator of happiness. I reclaim my power to create my own joy and happiness. It is not dependent on any outside source or individual, therefore it cannot be taken away. It can always be found within me. This is a pretty card. Yep, your joy and your happiness can always be found within you. No one can provide that for you but you. And that's something to take with you, you will find what you want. You'll be okay not having a relationship, right? You don't need a relationship, especially at this present time. You don't need one. Having a relationship is always nice, right? To have a partner to be there. But it's also best and it's also nice to provide that joy to yourself. I feel like you're on this journey to truly loving yourself in the space that you're in so that you can be open and accepting to what comes. You can have these wishful thinkings, you can have all of these ideas, but you have to narrow your focus. You have to narrow your focus. It's actually in any endeavor in your life, not just romantic. Up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has come up to come out. I don't always try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them as I release them. So perhaps you do have maybe some anxious, like I said, you had some overthinking ways that I was feeling, and maybe you just have some anxiety. Maybe you're feeling like you're not enough because you can't find someone, or maybe you just feel lonely, you know? It's always great to just sit with those emotions and not push them away and act like they're not important. You know, you will find someone that you love. If you truly want it, believe that it will be yours. Place that focus. But yet right now, do the work that's going to help you leave your fears behind. That's going to help you become balanced. That's going to help you create focus and as towards where you want your life to go. I feel like the direction of your life is not going in a particular direction. It's just going. Sometimes focus is where you will see the outcomes, where you will see the results. All is okay. All that I feel is okay. I hold myself in love through the unsureness, the worry, doubt, anger, fear, anxiety, rejection, or overwhelm. I am thankful to feel the full range of emotions that I do. These emotions are the very contrast that leads to my higher expansion. So yes, all is going to be okay no matter how you feel. You are thankful to even feel all of these ranges of emotion because they're helping you to figure out who you are on a truer and deeper level. And by doing that, you'll be able to react different. You'll be able to find new ways and new tools to help you to manifest what it is you want. Because when you acknowledge where you've been, you can then be receptive to where you're going. Conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see as more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. Like I said before, conscious focus. Focus and manifestation. It even says it here. See, redirect your thoughts. Conscious focus. All these cards flew out on their own. These are not like, some sort of craziness. Like, these all flew out on their own, and Spirit is definitely saying you need to put more focus on where you want your life to go, where you want your growth to go and head, and to focus on your fears so that you can bring more balance and understanding and receptivity of new opportunities in your life. And that will lead you ultimately, without a doubt, a relationship, because you have that knowing and that openness to receive. And that's what Spirit and this relationship that you're thinking of is making you see. That you don't need anyone. You would like someone, but you don't need anyone, because you can fuel and heal yourself. You can fuel your joy. You can fuel your happiness. You can heal your fears. And because you can accept anything that comes your way. That's really what this life is about. You can have anything you want in this life. The only person that's standing in your way is you. You are the only thing, the only wall that's keeping you from truly embracing what you truly want and desire. So take things a lot less seriously. Release what you need to release. Be kinder to your emotions and to yourself. Set clear intentions for what you want to manifest. And do it all with love behind it. Always express how you feel. Always express your love to those you truly care about, because those are the ones that are around you. This person is just making you realize what truly matters, and that's you and the ones that you love and are showing the love to you. So I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, there was the intuition, which is talking about that this whole scenario, everything here, is just making you realize that Your intuition is always spot on. Like, you know what it is you need to do. Spirit says it's you feel it in your body. You feel it, okay? So follow your intuition and, don't give up on yourself and your dreams. All right, so if this resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and comment below that you liked it. And as always, thank you for stopping by. Peace and love. Bye.